Hello, Nick here. Yeah, got a new radio. Was actually advertised as new open box. And it's this one right here. It's called an SW07. These are all Sony's, by the way. SW100, SW07, SW55. This radio replaced this radio. So this radio came out, ultra portable, super, it's neat, it's cool, folds down, closes, has a little leather pouch. You can just about fit it in a shirt pocket. It has it's actually a really good radio, and it has a nice sync. And then this one, excuse me, this one came out and replaced this one. Around 2000, maybe the early 2000s. I can't remember all the dates. And then so this one also is a darn good radio, and it has a really good sync. They both have SSB, and believe it or not, they work, or at least they've been working for me. We'll see tonight. And then these two also come with their own, I think the term is active antenna, as part of a kit. So so you get the radio, you get a AC wall charger. They run on batteries. These are on batteries. And then you also get like a plug-in, a special dedicated to the radio plug-in antenna. All right, so let's kind of get closer here. Let me readjust the bipod, and we'll try and take a look. So, spread them out a little bit here so I get some elbow room. So, this one uses this ANLP2 antenna controller. It takes two batteries, two AA's. You plug it, there's a wire, it goes up. There it is. It's that big, the tripod's fucking with me. You hang it up from the top of the window, and it's that like felt thing with the wire loop in the middle. You hang it up in a window, and the directions say it's designed for use indoors. They don't recommend you use it outdoors. If you're outdoors, there is a telescoping antenna on the back. Anyway, you take this. This has two batteries in it. This has two AA's. You plug this into this, and then you never touch this. The computer inside of this works this antenna. So apparently there's a pre-selector that this controls. The CPU in here controls the pre-selector. So like when we get to this one, you'll see there's a manual pre-selector. But this one, all you do is plug it in and forget it. Now you see the red light that indicates on? Watch the red light when I unplug this. See that? It goes out. No, I'll never get it plugged back in. There we go. All right, red light back on. Okay, so that's a cool thing with this one. Obviously, it's newer, right? It's newer technology than that one. And so you don't have to do anything with this other than set it up. And then it's got a long cord. You can set that thing, kind of far. In fact, the owner's manual says to try to get this as far away from the radio as possible. So we'll do that. All right, so that's that one. Both of these, this one and this one, operate very similarly. In fact, this one kind of operates very similar too. But for tuning, you hit direct, then you type in your frequency, you hit execute. There's some memories you can deal with. It has a sync up here, has an SSB here. It came with all these preloaded shortwave stations, BBC, Voice of America, I don't know what that is. That Deutsche Welle? I don't know. You got to remember this was made either in the late 90s or early 2000s. So back when they actually had shortwave stations on shortwave. Not like today where the only thing on shortwave is Reverend Freak Show and a couple of utilities, and that's it. Nothing else. Zero. Nothing. That's a little bit of a embellishment and a joke, okay? But you get my point. So these are basically worthless nowadays. Anyway, this also does FM. In order to get FM on this, I mean, even local stations, you got to put the antenna up and raise it. Like this one has a much better FM tuner. This one, you pretty much have to raise not that the antenna is that long, okay? The antenna might only be 16 inches long, okay? Same with that one over there. But anyway, that's that one. This one, very similar, tune it the same way. You hit direct, frequency, enter. There's your sync, SSB, has some memories. They both have great clocks. You know, I don't know, I'm a freak for clocks. And they both keep really nice time. I was very impressed. Anyway, so this one uses, so you plug it in here, the active antenna, and this one goes to this unit here. Now this one does not have batteries, okay? No batteries inside of this one. I guess it uses the power, maybe it uses the power from this. And then hopefully maybe you can read that. Your pre-selector options. All right, and then there's a slider that clicks in place. So like right now we're selected for I'm trying to read this through there. Oh darn it, 5.5 to 11 megahertz, which is one click up from the bottom. Because the frequency the first one we're going to check is 6 megahertz. So, and then this is for this cable, okay? And then this one just has a whip on it. So that's all it is this box with a whip. And then just to give it a little help, I clipped a wire on the end of this. Is that cheating? Maybe, but it's just a wire, okay? You could even just take a piece of wire out of your pocket and wrap the end around the end of the antenna and let it fall on the floor, and it serves the same purpose, okay? So is it cheating? Maybe, but I'm an old drag racer, and you take any advantage you can get or find, all right? And if you get called out on it, okay, take the wire off. Okay, you know, put the lead back in your bumpers and add the weight back, whatever. So anyway, all right, so now that we did all that, let's try and get these in the same frame, maybe. All right, and this video isn't really on this one, but this one, obviously much better radio. This does not have sync. I don't know why. This is an awesome radio. If they would have gave this sync, this would be one of the best radios ever, portable, okay? But it does have 2 bandwidths, and they did very good filter selection on this one. This one's plugged into my Wellbrook antenna, okay? Secret, if you have this radio, SW55 or an SW77, you already know that there's a 3-position attenuator switch on the side. Local, normal, and DX. Well, everybody puts their radio on DX because it's like, oh, who doesn't want the turbocharger running? I want more power. Well, on this radio, that's not necessarily a good thing. This radio is designed to be running normal all the time. And in the DX position is like a preamp, like on a radio that has a preamp, where you click it and you get more power, all right? But it also brings in more noise, and it also can potentially cause more bleed through. So you get a lot of problems with the extra power, the extra gain, all right? So this one, I leave it on normal all the time, even on the whip. And trust me, I've done a lot of testing. the gain, even if you leave it on normal on the whip, the gain that you're gaining or losing, it's so minimal. You're not going to hear something unless it's that super weak 28.209 beacon I'm always screwing with that doesn't even show up on the meter, strength meter. All right. But you'll kind of see that. Now, also, when we're in normal, you actually get your strength meter to actually move and be responsive. If I click this up to DX, this pegs 24 hours a day. It never comes off a full. Even on weak signals, it never comes off a full. It's just basically measuring noise. So always put it, there's low, there's low, normal, high, normal. Okay, so I always leave it on normal, especially with the Wellbrook attached. If you put it on DX with the Wellbrook attached, you're gonna get a lot of bleed through, spurious signals. But anyway, this video isn't really about this, but we probably will just check this one when we're listening to these two to see if and how much better it sounds because of the radio and or the antenna, mostly the antenna. All right. So let's start. Now the volume control on both of these radios is a little thumb wheel down here. Incidentally, I also have my ICOM 9000 with the spectroscope just to kind of show me some signals. There's a little heterodyne going on. All right. So you can see we're really not getting anything out of this one. Volume max all the way up. Why? Look at that. Now I'm getting a little bit. Maybe this thing just doesn't work good. We're going to make an executive decision to pull up the whip and clip this long wire onto the whip. Much better. So let's get this piece of shit out of here. Look at that. Look at this thing. Now this radio's actually working. So what I did was I raised the telescope and I clipped that wire that comes down, it goes up, and it goes across the top of the room. It's just a wire. That's all it is. It's just a wire. Now at least I can hear it, the signal. Turn it down. Let's come over to the ICOM. All right, let's come to this Sony. All right, that's max volume. I don't think we really need that. I'm back off a little. So this one's working nice. For giggles, let's pull the antenna out and see what happens. Yep, so that lets us know it's working. Now I gotta find the damn plug again. There it is. All right, let's hit the sync button. Sync upper. Sync lower, and then it says lock when it locks. Sync off. Sync upper, lock. So the volume went down and the fading, it's about the same. Maybe it's better. It's better with the sync. I don't know, but we'll try it on another signal. Let's try the sync on this before we shit can this one. Nice sync, doing this, acting the same as the other one. Very nice. In fact, that sounds really nice. I mean, compared to this one, it sounds about the same. Nice. Lower, locked. Off. I don't know why it's not working with that goofy active antenna, but who cares? All right. Garbage is garbage. Let's come back to this one more time. I'm gonna get ready to hit the sync here. Off. All right, let's just for giggles while we're here, let's just do this one. This one has much more powerful audio. So that's wide bandwidth. There is no sync on this one. Narrow. The narrow cuts out a lot of the static and the garbage. And you can tell it narrowed it down. You lose a little fidelity, but it's still good fidelity. So this is music. This is designed for voice mostly though. So there's wide. All right, let's try another signal. Let's try, don't even know if it's working. Shannon Vomit. Nothing. Let's see if this one gets it. You can hear it. It's weak. It's in the noise. This narrow's too small. So we got it on the ICOM 9000, but that's a super radio and it's got a Wellbrook antenna, so. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if this one doesn't get this signal, this one's not. We will try it, but while we're here, let's just try this one real quick. Nice, nice. You know what I should probably do? Let's try the whip on this one. And we'll try to clip the wire to it and see if we get any kind of, you know, good performance. I'm gonna click it up to DX. Watch the meter. So I took the antenna, antenna out. With the antenna out, I'm really not getting anything. I got the whip with the wire on it. I just took the wire off. But if I plug the Wellbrook in, where the hell is it? You can hear it. Okay. So let's all right, come back to this one. So really nothing coming in on that one. Oh, wait a minute. I was maxed out on my pre-selector at 11. Oh, no. This isn't the one. This is the manual one. This one is automatic on the pre-selector. You don't have to touch it. All right, so let's try this one. And now we're not using the pre-selector because it's unplugged. So let's Nah, I don't hear anything. All right, let's go down to is there even a light on this one? What the hell? I don't see a light button. Nope, no light on this one. There's a station there, but you can't really hear it on this. Try sync. Not bad. Sync. Coming a lot nicer. Now, is that because this bullshit antenna isn't working? I mean, it is 30 years old, but I don't know. And I do have the wire clipped onto the... While you're listening to this, I'm gonna try to redo this active antenna over here. Let's change the pre-selector. And turn the volume up. That's wideband. Wideband sounds better. Try sync. Got a heterodyne. Try sync lower. Yeah, this still sounds nicer. Ooh, you hear the internal noise? Off. Get off. Go away. How do you turn the light off? Damn. All right, when the light goes off, watch what happens. Well, something happened. So either it was messing with the sync or maybe it was creating an internal noise. I don't know. Sync lower. Sync off. So there's something there and it's real weak. That helps. See that the sync wouldn't lock unless I'm on wideband over here. Watch when as I move that selector. So currently we are sync upper locked. And we're on wideband all the way up. I'm gonna start pulling it down. Lose lock. 2 clicks down. This is the band we should be in. But none of these three work. 1, 2, 3, wideband. And it locks. But you still can't hear anything really. All right, let's go back to this one. Sync upper locked, turn sync off. Much weaker. Can still hear it a little bit though. Sync upper. Locked. Let's try another one. Toronto, CRFX, I think it's called. 6070. That's regular AM. Lock. Lower. Lock. All right, so that one's even tougher to get in. Let's see how this one does that. Regular AM. I don't know if having the whip up messes with it or not. And by the way, this radio is on DX. And so is this one. All right, let's hit the sync. I mean, from what we've been hearing so far, that's not too bad. Try lower, sync lower, locks immediately. Let's change it out of wideband. Yep, see, we lose the lock. So we should be in this position. It's still there. Oh, it's locking. Let's try upper. Come on, baby, lock. Lock for daddy. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. I know you can do it. Come on. Nope. Let's throw it up in wideband. There you go. What else can we try? How about a relatively strong station?
Because he's supporting food shelters, some hospitals, and so on. So we have documents from here.
Lada also said she had identified some newspaper
Straight
clippings
AM.
and other documents about Gokul and Michela, but not enough to explain several lingering mysteries.
So mostly
The sync adds a buzz. You hear that?
and
Sync lower.
In 1948,
Straight AM.
the communists seized power.
Nah, there's still a little buzz there
The
too.
plant was forcibly nationalized, shut down for 2 years, and then reopened. Zdeněk Michela refused to hand over his recipes to the communists, and soon after fled the country for the Americas.
he was over 6 years old, and two different businesses on his own, and I don't think he had the energy to create
Nice.
something else. Plus, he really didn't have any capital or any money that he would use.
Straight
for
AM.
something new, and he died quite soon after immigrating after a few years.
Doesn't make it. You don't need sync on this. It's a great signal.
The Michela's family stayed in
Now remember, these two radios are not on the Wellbrook. This one's on its own, whatever you call this active antenna, and then this one is currently on its active antenna. And I've been messing with that pre-selector range, so you can read them there. See them? Wide, low, mid, and high. And you can read the ranges. It seems to work. I mean, Anything but wide seems to give me a hard time locking the sync on a weak signal. But I guess you just have to screw with it, mess with it. All right. So let's, since we're here and since I really like this radio a lot, let's just plug an antenna back into it and see what the hell happens. Where are we? We're on normal. And you can still hear Shannon. Wide filter, narrow. Hear how nice that sounds? The narrow filter on this is great. If you pay attention, I have an SW77 as well, okay, which is supposed to be, it's bigger than this, but it's very similar. That one has a good sync and it has two filters, but the narrow filter on the 77 is more narrow than this, and it muffles a little bit. This is a really nice narrow filter, and the wide one too. If this radio had sync, this would be the shiznit, baby, right here. The cat's pajamas. Oops, I don't know what I just did. There we go. All right, 5010, if you remember, we couldn't even get that on any of these other radios. So just to confirm, dang, I can't even make that noise go away. Oh, we're getting a little bit. Let's try to sync. Yeah. Let's try the attenuator. So this one has, you turn it, it's currently off, so you turn it on, and then there's a dial to change the attenuation from min to max. So if we go on, off, on, and I'm gonna run this down. You can hear it's working, but it's taking the gain out, but it's bringing the whole signal down. So it's really not helping us. So if this one had the same narrow filter that this one had, it would be even better. It's darn good radio. This one is performing is better than this one. This one's very nice, okay? This one's performing better. The technology's newer, the design is newer. The radio's bigger too. This one, you know, the footprint, if that makes a difference. But, let's try those same two signals one last time over here. SW10. Can't even get it. Let me mess with the pre-selector over here. I'm getting a hint of it. Try to sync. It's really, there's nothing to lock on because the radio's not picking it up. And if you remember, this other little Sony was getting this signal. It's doing nice on this one. All right, 41 minutes. For the 2 people that are still watching this, let's end this up. All right. So, 2 cool little radios. This one is better than this one. It's also bigger. It's also newer. The antennas, the active antenna system that comes with this one, in my opinion, is also better. I mean, don't kid yourself. It's not like you're plugging a Wellbrook into this damn thing, okay? It's marginally better than a whip. It's better than a whip, okay? But not by a whole lot. This is a bad hombre. If they would have gave it a sync, why wouldn't they give this thing a sync? Sony. Jeez. Anyway, if you're wondering what the hell that is back there, yeah, stop worrying about it. Fucking thing don't work. That's 2 of them. I got 2 of these, all right? You don't even need to know what model it is because it doesn't matter. Neither of them work. Anyway. But I like these little Sony portables. Yes. I mean, they all work. This works great, all right? And the sync on these 2, I can't believe Sony packs such a great sync in such a small package. I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably just a little computer chip. Who knows? But if that's all it is, why the hell didn't they put one in this radio? Bastards. All right. That's all I got. Thanks for hanging out.